Alright, I think I'm live. Just give me a second here while I get set up. 1 second. Hope I'm not. Hope I'm not too quiet. Everyone can hear me okay. Alright, let me link this out to everyone here before I get going. I guess right here. Okay. Hello everyone. Alright, I'm getting going here. Just give me a moment. This is TheRetroDragon streaming from his channel for the very first time. Let's give it a try. I don't really have any plans tonight, so we will see what happens here. Hopefully everyone can see my screen. Looks like you can. That's good, that's good. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to be doodling today. I haven't warmed up yet, so I'm just going to be drawing for Tetraforce tonight. Not really sure what I want to draw yet. I haven't figured that out yet. It's been a while since I doodled in general, so I should just try and do something fun. Let's see here. I'm gonna pull up another picture for reference. Where do I want to go for that? What is this? That you just okay? That's nice. It's telling me that I need to do something else with my stream. Alright, I'm really new to this, so I apologize in advance. I have to learn all sorts of new things with this. So I think I'm just going to draw. This is our main guy here, Chain, and I'm going to just have him up on a different screen here. Hopefully you can see him okay. I want to doodle him, so I'm just going to mess around and play with that. So he's up on another screen here while I try and do something interesting here with him. Let's get some sketching started here. Alright, so as I said, I'm pretty rusty tonight. Or in general. I've been doing all pixel art lately, so I have to practice doodling just normal stuff again. Just be trying something out here. It's been a long time since I had some fun with this. Where's all my keys? Alright. So, Chain is just a regular old human. We don't really have much lore for him yet. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Anyone popping in here. I don't know if I'm quiet or too noisy. I tried turning on my mic a little bit so I'm a little bit more visibly heard, but if not, let me know. So we haven't developed a ton of lore with these guys just yet. I'm hoping I can start doing that here soon. Oh, hi Nodding. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I was saying already, I don't really know what I'm drawing yet. I'm gonna draw a Chain just to warm up, and maybe we can think of something else to draw here. Since I haven't drawn in so long. I was gonna do I thought about doing some map stuff, but I thought it'd be fun to just draw on my stream for tonight. Ugh, what is that eye? I didn't know if dev stuff would be more interesting to see, or if me doodling would be interesting to draw, or to watch. So hopefully this is okay. People don't mind tuning into this, checking it out. I also have many people on my YouTube to see what's going on top of that, so I figured it'd just be a nice quiet night to practice. I think his eyes are too big. He looks like a kid version of Chain. I'll have to try and play with that. Oops, I somehow managed to switch. Or make a giant. What the heck was that about? What is happening here? Why is it huge? No, now it's not. Or now it is. Oh, I'm on the eraser here still. Why is it? Oh, I think I know why. I have to... There we go. I have to turn off my buttons on my pen, apparently. They got turned back on. Well, that's exciting. I'll keep clicking that now and erasing it by accident instead. I never really thought about how old Chain should be. I imagined he was like a little bit older. Not a kid. Maybe in his late teens. Seems like all the protagonists are like in their teens. But I don't know how old Link is supposed to be as an adult. I imagine as a kid he can't be more than 10 or 12 or something like that. Probably like 12. I've never paid attention to that actually. Do. Alright. He looks so young. Let's fix that. It's bothering me. His eyes are huge. Again, I'm just warming up right now. I'm not really trying to do anything too serious. That'll just be good practice to try and draw him because I want to be doing more art in general for Tetraforce. So try and get more comfortable actually drawing them. It'd be fun to do like a little mini comic series or something like that, but I have other comics that I have been wanting to work on, so I won't get too excited about doing something like that for now. He's looking a little bit older now when I do that. Maybe if I make his face a little bit longer too. Yeah, that's the problem. Let's fix that. Let baby faced. Maybe make that jaw a little bit harder so. There we go. Now he's looking more age appropriate, I think. Someone who can actually pick up a sword and wield it. Alright, zoom on out here. Don't know what he's looking at. Guess I can figure that out later too. Maybe I'll draw something else. I haven't really drawn oh my goodness. Names are failing me. Not. I haven't drawn Key. I also haven't done Locke. I need to do a skin for Locke. I also have to do a skin for Joseph so he can have his bear. I mean point click. He doesn't let up on wanting his bear sprite. Not that he can like put it in the game right now. Also, I know into tuning in now or later on. If you're curious as to what I'm drawing for a game that we're working on called Tetraforce, and I actually forgot to put everything in the description, so that's great. That's okay. I'm still learning how to do all this, so I'll let it go tonight. But Tetraforce.io, if you haven't seen it yet, I recommend you go check out what we're doing. And as I said, I'm just practicing tonight, drawing, doodling, not actually working on the game itself. But there's a lot of really cool people over at our Discord hanging out and working on this awesome game. So you should head over there, join us, come hang out with us. Alright, actually, do I want... So, I made him right-handed, even though usually I make a main character left-handed, because I am also left-handed. And not because Link is left-handed. Not... It has nothing to do with it. How do I want to do that? It's been a while since I've drawn. Feel so rusty. And this kind of weird angle. I can't actually think of the last time I drew an angle like this. Would do something like that. It's okay. This is the sketch layer. If I like it, I'll keep going and make actual line art from it and color it. And I don't know how. Oh, Locke. I actually want him to be a black dude. I imagine he's got dreadlocks. That's what I've been thinking from the beginning, anyways. But he's got to be green because we have the blue, pink, well, red, I guess, pink and red, and purple. So I wanted there to be a green color, and obviously Locke to be a boy because we have two girls already. So, but I imagine him to be like a black guy with dreadlocks. Except I thought that'd be awesome because his name is Locke. So I should draw him sooner than later because I feel bad because he's like the one character that I've been thinking about like the longest and haven't actually drawn yet. I also imagine him liking like explosives, so like the bombs and stuff like that, and being almost like a explosion expert type of character. So having like the bomb satchel at his side and all that sort of thing. Ooh, this is awful. I mean, his arm looks so bad. Great. Let's see here. Let's budge that over a bit. Yeah, that looks a bit better. He still looks like a kid, but that's okay. I'll fix that after. He's less kiddie. Yeah, demo for TF2 exactly. I just see him being a total badass about it, and basically being very headstrong and strong-willed and wants to get to the fray as soon as possible. Whereas, like, I imagine Chain being a little bit more reserved, kind of. I don't not really. I don't think any of our protagonists are actually gonna be silent protagonists. I wouldn't mind having them actually talk and stuff like that. But at least being cautious about how he moves and proceeds and put some thought into it, that sort of thing. And then I actually haven't really thought about not at all. I don't even know what I want not to be like. I like her design, but I don't know what I want as far as personality to be. I've never really thought about it. And then Joseph wants Key to be like kind of like Raven from Teen Titans, where she's kind of like doesn't care about anything and just super aloof, but also really cool and strong. Which I'm down for. I like those types of characters. They're a lot of fun. Like the sarcasm and all that sort of thing. I don't know how long I'll be streaming for tonight. I actually don't know where you would see that from, other than the side that you guys can see. So 15 minutes. We'll see. I'm gonna try to go for an hour, like Joseph and I have been doing. Hopefully, hopefully I can be entertaining that long. I'm still not used to doing this by myself, so trying not to just like completely ramble and sound nonsensical. Actually, be interesting to listen to while I'm drawing. I thought about having music going and stuff like that, but all my other videos got like copyright claimed, even though it's only like small amounts of time that they're actually copyright. But I'm not monetized right now, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I would love to do more content for my channel at some point, though. I just get in a state where I'm kind of, I don't know if I'm scared to make videos. I'm scared to like be boring, but I can only get better at it if I practice, right? So it's kind of why I wanted to do it tonight. Even if Click couldn't stream, I figured I might as well try. Get used to the idea of me doing it on my own. Sketch is starting to come along a little bit now. That's another thing I wanted to practice was I kind of was practicing like watercolor a little bit. Did like digital watercoloring, and I'm not good at it yet, so I don't have anything to show off, but I'd like to get better at it so it actually looks like natural watercolor but digital. I know Photoshop has some pretty cool new brushes on the newer Photoshop, but I'm using an older Photoshop, so I don't actually have any of those really fancy things. There's ways around that. I can download some other stuff that'll let me do that, sort of. But I'm still not really happy with how that system works yet. But that's kind of the style I want to go for. For Tetraforce and all of its art, I'd really like Tetraforce to have the watercolor sort of effect. Kind of like how old school Dragon Ball, all the promo art on that look or whatever, because all of his stuff would have been traditional, obviously, at the time. So his stuff is all like inked and full on watercolor and painted or whatever. So I'd really like to be able to mimic that sort of style and have lots of details and stuff. Which I have a really cool idea in my head for a picture that I want to do once I actually concept out Locke and all that, have all 4 of the characters, and then that way I want to use that image to actually update the website with and stuff like that. So that would be really, really fun. I actually don't know where to even add comments to the video. I have to learn how to do that. It kind of bothers me that I didn't do that, but that's okay. Oh, sorry, I'm just looking around real quick. See if I can edit it from here, maybe? Oh, it's right here. The description's right here. I guess I can update it. Sorry, guys. Let me just do that real quick. I just want to put our Discord there, because heck, that's the whole point of this. To get people at our Discord. Let's see here. I want server settings. Where's the invite? Invites? If it'll let me go there, come on. Oh, what the heck? How come I can't? Overview? Of course, I can never find it when I actually want it. This is like awful. How I'm not prepared. You are not prepared. Oh my. I don't know if you heard that noise. It was loud. Why? Oh, why? You know what I can do? There's a better idea. 1 second. Sorry again. Let's go grab it from Fornclates. Shall we? Here we go. This will work just fine. Okay, I'm getting that in there, and then back to drawing. Save. There. Hopefully we can see that now. Okay, back to drawing. I lost my reference. I closed it. Silly. Now he needs clothes. He probably doesn't want to be shirtless this whole time. Let's go back here. Scroll back up. Clicky on the picture. There we go. Alright, let's draw his tunic thing. I also meant to draw him in armor of sorts, and I didn't. I mean, there's no rule. I could probably redesign his clothing, and maybe I will at some point. I said I gotta just practice drawing them more anyways, so that way I'm better at drawing them out of my memory rather than having to look at a picture of him. This is like the second time I'm drawing him. But it's a good warm-up at least. It'll do for tonight. Alright. Guess I need to draw his scabbard. I found out that you're not supposed to actually put your scabbard over your shoulder. It's real swords people don't do that because it leaves you exposed. Because it's a slower draw. It's slower to draw your sword that way, which makes sense. I guess I had it right. But now he's got it over his shoulder. He's not a real swords person. He's imaginary. And he's just meant to be super cool looking. There's a buckle that's here-ish. And again, I'm just working on the sketch layer right now, so I'm not like trying to make it look beautiful at the moment. I'll get to the line art afterwards. Just trying to have some fun with this. He's got a belt here, thereabouts. I'm hoping I can do more streaming like this though in the next little bit here. Obviously, if Foreign Click is streaming, I'll be joining him on his streams. Because it's a lot of fun when we all get together and work on stuff. But more of my art is also a lot of fun, and hopefully people enjoy watching it. I guess I'll be finding out over the coming weeks if I do this more, and try and learn and get better at being entertaining while I'm watching, or while you're watching, and that I don't say weird things like that. Alright, getting there. I guess he has gloves. Makes sense. Alright. Glove number 1. It's missing an arm. Guess we'll fix that. I also, to be honest, feel way more comfortable drawing on paper, which I haven't done in a long time, really, since I moved last year, and I haven't really... I have a light table that I draw on, but it's far away from my desk, and I can't actually listen to music now, which drives me bananas. Even me not listening to music while I'm streaming right now is very bizarre for me, so it makes it interesting to draw without music. It's hard to concentrate usually. It's not bad right now. I can kind of focus while I'm talking through it, I guess, which is kind of cool. Oh yeah, I forgot this is parted here. But anyways, as I was saying, I can't really reach my light table with my music now, so I got to kind of figure out what I want to do there. Might rearrange my space so I can try and actually reach my light table and then draw on paper. It'd be really fun to set up a camera over my light table, because I think that'd be a little bit different. A lot of people, most artists nowadays are digital. I haven't really seen any artists working with a camera over them while they're working traditionally. You don't really see that anymore. So that'd be pretty fun. I think that'd be a little bit more interesting to some people anyways. Okay, I think we're pretty much done this sketch layer as a warm-up. Looking not bad. So I'm going to reduce the opacity here. oops, make a new, I'm gonna actually make a vector layer. So anyone unfamiliar with what I like about Clip Studio Paint over Photoshop when it comes to doing line art is you can actually have a vector layer. And the vector layer I can tweak and modify a lot easier and nicer. It's also sharp. I like that how crisp and sharp it looks, which is one of the reasons why I really like line arting digitally, because line art or inking a picture, uh, you can only get so much detail, and then on top of that, when you scan it in, it's very grainy, and you can definitely get a good style with that. And I don't know why I make such a big deal about it, but having clean lines is very nice. And I don't know, because like if I wanted this to look like watercolor, or like actually start painting like this as a watercolor style, it might look better as inked, honestly. I have to play around with it a little bit more, and I get a better feel for kind of what I want. Obviously, you can also have brushes that are almost like pencil-y. Oops, I changed the color. That are like kind of more pencil-y as well. Like if I go here and oh, that's not even, that's a marker. Real pencil, that's better. So I mean, I could make it look more like a pencil. To me, this still doesn't look anything close to a pencil. I don't really think, anyways. Um, this one's a little bit more. Yeah, you know, that actually looks a lot like a pencil. So if I were to do line art, why not? Let's draw this in with kind of like a pencil, just for fun. Why not? What's neat about this too is that it's still like let's make it a sketch. Actually, I like that idea. I'll make it look like a sketch, and we'll see if I get to coloring or anything tonight. But I'll at least make it look like I drew with pencil. But usually they look so fake that I can't handle how it looks. And that's why I wanted to get better at watercoloring on digitally, so it looks more realistic rather than just a really fake watercolor look. Like you're just taking a texture and overlaying it on top. I think I still have to shrink his eyes more so he doesn't look so, oops, so young. Yeah, see, this looks actually really good. It looks very much like how my pencils looked when I... It's much thinner though, mind you. Still looks way more thin. But it does actually give that nice sketchy feel. Look at that. And then yeah, if you turn off the sketch layer there, an actual pencil, that looks very much like pencil. It almost looks perfect. Nice. I like that. Oops, I went back to the pen by accident. Alright, let's try doing an eye and see how that looks with the pencil. It's kind of nice just freehanding and drawing without any real reason right now, just to get back into the groove of things. I said I haven't really been drawing much actual art. I've just been, oops, did the eraser thing again. I've just been really doing a lot of pixel art lately, tile sets, and I love doing all that stuff. It's a lot of fun, but it's bad for it's bad for practicing all my other art. And I actually have another comic that I've been working on with my wife, and I've been neglecting it. I'd really like to do more with that too. Which I haven't really shown any of that off yet, because for my wife and I, the whole plan was to try and do the comic kind of on our own. Oops, I went back to the pen. Own time, and then show it off once we had kind of like not really a full volume of comic, but first chapter of a comic, which was about 50 pages of comic, and we got to, well, I think we're about 15 pages in, which is bad because we started last year and haven't, as I said, I've been neglecting it more than anybody else. My wife is a writer, so she's written her part. In the Discord I talked a little bit about my wife writing, but she's a really good writer, and she blasts through stuff when she decides she wants to write something. So she wrote all this comic out, and then I started drawing it, and I spent a lot of time. I spend a lot of time on the backgrounds when I do comics, so it slows me down quite a bit. And not that it's an excuse, but that's kind of what drained me a little bit. And then I really started getting involved with Tetraforce and spending my time on Tetraforce, which has been a lot of fun. I've really been able to enjoy being able to work on all the assets and have pixel art and that sort of thing. I've really been glad that I can work on that. It's given me exactly what I was looking for as far as game development is concerned. So I'm really happy to be a part of that. There we go. See, he's looking a little bit older now. That's better. And I don't know what age I'm going for, but not 10. He's not a Pokemon trainer. I keep pushing P for pen. And you think P for pencil would also work, but it doesn't. It's still not right, is it? I don't think so. Maybe it is. Why does that not look right? That's not cool. But I guess it is. It just feels too thin now. Maybe a little bit thicker for the hair. Yeah, that's better. I give him weird swooshy for his hair here. Because, you know, anime hair has to be swooshy somewhere. That's how that works, right? I try not. I used to make my characters like absolutely ridiculous. I'd have to pull one up, but I actually redrew one of my comic characters from back in high school. I did the P for pen again. I drew one of my high school characters not too long ago, just for the fun of it. Thought it'd be fun to try and draw an absolutely ridiculous haired person again. But I had a comic in high school too, with another friend, and the characters very much had Dragon Ball Z influence. Well, yeah, you can probably tell already. I have a lot of Dragon Ball Z influence in general, even now. That didn't really go away. But I also like Akira Toriyame's style in general, like how he did all the Dragon Quest games, and just his full on like promo style art, like Chrono Trigger and those sort of things. Just the amount of detail that he puts in everything. Like he puts a lot of time and care into smaller details, much like how Miyazaki does with his backgrounds and just his animation in general. I really appreciate the smaller details when it comes to those things. And I try to mimic all that stuff sometimes, but I don't tend to have the patience for that. Mostly when it comes to drawing my comics and that sort of thing. If I did it full time, maybe that'd be different, I suppose. But when you're trying to pump out comics and drawing comics all by your lonesome, it's hard to do all that by yourself. My wife also actually flats all the art for the comics, so that's also super helpful. She doesn't just do the writing all the time. So we do work as a team. All right, chain is starting to come along here. Sorry, I've been talking mostly about other stuff that's not Tetraforce, so apologize if you're coming here. We're like, what? This is not Tetraforce. I still haven't really figured out what I'm gonna always talk about. So let me know if you're watching this after I'm done streaming already. If you want to see just Tetraforce, like dev stuff in general, let's just say. Or if you're cool just coming and checking out whatever I'm working on. Because I can always work on other comic stuff too. But I kind of wanted this YouTube channel to be focused on game dev, game art, concept art for those. I keep pushing the eraser. Concept art for the games and stuff like that. That's what I think would be best. Because I think for the most part that's what people who follow me on any sort of social media or watching me for is waiting for me to make game art. Yeah, I made it. I was like, how muscly did I actually plan on this guy being? He's pretty muscly. My whole thought with this, and again, I haven't really developed a lot of the lore, so we have to talk about it in the Discord and make some choices what we're gonna do after the demo that we're working on. But my whole mindset was that this guy, he was actually a hero, like a legit hero, or whatever you want to call him, like warrior, well known, well traveled. But he sort of kind of gets involved with the evil dude who's kind of jealous of his power in a way, and decides to steal all of his items and basically blast them out into the world. And the main hero has to, Chain or whatever, has to, or whoever you're playing as, I guess it could be anybody. They're all like famous people, well known across the land. But then they lose all their items because this guy blasted over the whole planet or whatever. And everybody forgets who they are, basically. Instead of like, because there's always that trope where it's like, oh, the main character's lost his memory. Now he's got to retrieve his memories and all that sort of stuff. But in this case, it'd be the other way around, where it'd be the people who have forgotten who they are. And they have to kind of reprove themselves as to who they actually are by regaining their items and whatever power source kind of thing that we plan on doing. That's how I kind of was thinking. Again, this is all just me talking through my thoughts. I thought I was on the wrong brush again for a second. It's hard for me to tell when I'm zoomed out. I was like, it looks so much like a real pencil, and then when I zoom out, I realize it doesn't. It doesn't. Maybe if I used a bigger pencil tip, then yeah, I would. That's okay. I'm just sketching for now. Said I'm just wanted to get used to streaming. So, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. I'd appreciate the subscription if you feel like you want to see more of these streams, but also, more importantly, I would actually really like it if you come and hang out on our Discord, which I should have linked down below now. And I have to say, lately our Discord's been hopping. It's been really good. Starting to really see a lot of people coming around, hanging around, and just in general chatting and having a good time. I also realize I could set up my face cam too if I'm gonna do it by myself. I haven't quite decided yet. Okay, so this is I didn't really draw the sword properly. Let's make a new layer. I'm just gonna do some straight lines here. So this is actually a pretty classic shaped sword. I wanted it to be more traditional as far as like a European type sword. Just a traveler sword type of idea. Because again, he's technically lost all of his cool items, so he wouldn't be using anything overly fancy. And I didn't really put a resting mark on here. Alright. I made a different layer for this exact reason. Yeah, that's the right brush. There we go. It's not perfect. I'm not really trying to be perfect tonight. Go back here and I can actually start erasing. Erase the sword that's behind everything. That's one thing that's nice about digital. Can move stuff to layers and not accidentally draw on something you didn't want to draw on. Though you can easily put stuff on the wrong layer. Done that many times. Many times. And it sucks. Alright. Oops, wrong brush. Okay. Well, now we're starting to look a lot better. Just realized I'm like slightly rotated. There we go. This still looks weird here. I know why. Let's see. Well, it's technically not the way I drew it last time either. That's why it's not like that. It needs like a little. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer again. That piece is gonna be on the wrong layer. That's okay. And I think that's also confusing, having the eyebrow connect like that. There we go. Not bad for a quick sketch tonight. Let's keep going here. What time is it? Yeah, we'll go for like 15 more minutes or so, and I'll say that this is a good practice run. I've also been too lazy to name any of my layers. I'm not really doing anything that warrants that though. Oops. What am I doing? There we go. I also really wanted him to have like a helmet, but I hate characters that, I don't know. Helmets make people look, they're hard to recognize, I suppose, in a lot of ways. If you hide eyes, then the emotion is much more, come on, stop that. Much more difficult to portray, which can be fun, having characters not have visible emotion, but it can be a challenge when you're trying to appeal to a broader audience. I think it doesn't really make a good main character. It can be fun for a side character or something, but yeah, maybe I'll do that at some point. That'd be neat. So I give those like kind of weird semi helmety hat. I don't even know what kind of hat. It's not really a toque. It doesn't cover his ears. Or sorry, beanie, whatever you want to call it. In Canada, we call them toques. Which we haven't really needed, but apparently we're going to soon. It'll be like blizzarding next week, you watch. Like, why not? Let's just blizzard. See, he's got black hair, so I could cross-hatch that in. I'm feeling brave. That's not so bad. I could like go on and full and color it in, but let's not do that today. Let's try something a little bit different. So if we want to add color, I don't really want to ruin it by fully shading it in. See, that looks good. Let's give it a little bit different directions so it kind of looks more natural. There we go. It'd be nice once I can actually turn off the sketch layer, because then it really starts to look more full, at least in my mind. There we go. That'll do for now. Guess I'll look on here too. Some of the darker spots. There we go. Now we move on to his arm, which I'm not 100% on, but I'm not going to play with it now. Now let's put this sword piece on its own layer as well. How did I have this? Going towards his hand, right? Yeah. So he's got a bit of a curvature right here. And again, that's the other thing with... Oops. You want it to look... When you do the straight lines like that, it doesn't look like it. Even if you use a ruler, that's not how it works when you draw with a ruler. It just looks silly. Yeah, look at this. This is ridiculous. That's okay. I won't get too into the semantics of it. There we go. That looks more like a pencil drew it. That's better. I just gotta do the same down here, I guess. Yep. There we go. I want about the same width, I guess. Oh, I guess here. Go like that. Also, I am okay with streaming pixel art too. I guess I didn't really mention that. It's not just drawing that I'm planning on doing. I'll do pixel art too. And maybe that's more fun to watch too. I don't know. It's all learning for me, guys. As far as what's entertaining. I gotta turn that button off for the next stream. Drive me nuts. So I need your help. I need you to tell me what would be more fun to watch, or what interests you, I should say, because I'll keep that in mind, especially if you're on our Discord and all that stuff, which you should join if you haven't already. Because I can do stuff that pertains to that too, right? So oh man, not used to going to the pencil, so I always go to the pen. Old habits. Alright, so this is kind of the wonkier part that I didn't really properly plan out here. No, that's fine as long as... Because right now, it just looks like it bends right around. It's like a boomerang sword, which those are cool too, by the way. Like, oh my goodness, what's her name from Inuyasha? The name is on the tip of my tongue. It's been a long time since I watched that TV show. You know, it's funny, I've actually never drawn this side of the sword yet. So let's make it up. I want to do a circle here, which I just realized I totally used the wrong brush, I think. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Let's just go with that. It's fine. And then see, I think what my worst now, I'm really good at drawing hands compared to a lot of people. I don't struggle like a lot of artists do, but I spent a ton of time practicing hands. I'm like obsessed with drawing hands. It should be on the other layer, but I can feel myself struggling with it more lately, which is not cool. It's one of the things I took pride in. Like, I'm good at drawing hands. I don't have problems, and then now it's like, oh, I'm having problems. Now I suck at it. Ugh. Alright. That's not so bad. Again, I'm kinda not too worried about it. So we're just gonna make it look like a sketch. Let's see here. That's not gonna work, is it? Okay. And that's another fun thing about digital is like, yeah, I'll just try and fix it by rotating it. If it's gonna let me. What the heck's going on here? It like glitched out? What's up with that? There we go. That's better. I have to fix it a little bit. But should give me what I needed. Lets me see it the way I want it. Anyways. Close enough. And then this way, I guess this baby finger is gonna be sticking out. It's looking really sketchy. Said I don't know why, but the hands are just struggling with it lately. Gonna have to practice again. Let's turn this layer off. Oops, wrong layer. Turn that layer off for a sec. See if I can make it work better this way. Give myself a second to look at it. Without any interference. None whatsoever. It just looks wrong. I'm looking at too much, I think. Just leave it alone after this. Come back to it after. If I move on and come back, you can probably see what I'm not happy about it. It's something. Alright. moving on for now. I'll come back. The other thing is too is my tablet. I actually need a new screen protector because it's very, thankfully not blurry for you guys, but it's pretty blurry for me because my screen protector is so worn down that I can't really see what I'm doing anymore. Not like I used to, anyways. I kind of want to get a new tablet at some point, but I think I actually want to get. I don't have a Cintiq. I don't have a Cintiq. I've got just a UG right now, which is like a Chinese cheaper model of tablet, the graphic tablet, which still works great, by the way. Like there's just because it's that I know like China made always makes it sound cheaper, but in this case, no, it's really good. My biggest problem is the size of it now. The way my desk is set up since I moved, I have a bigger desk actually, so it's better. But the way I want it laid out takes up more space. So the Cintiq is a touch smaller, allows me to have the room that I need to set it up. I've got like 3 monitors going now. I've got my tablet and 2 monitors. So in order for me to have it set up that way, I need a little bit smaller tablet. This is too big. It's like a fat monitor. But it works. And if I got a new screen protector, I could probably milk it out a little longer. I've had it now almost 7 years, actually. There's 6 years, whichever. So it's done its duty. It's time for a new one. Time to upgrade and spoil myself a little bit. At least I use it. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna end up redesigning Ching quite a bit here eventually. As I'm drawing, I'm like thinking of things that are like, no, that would be better if I did it this way. But this is only my second time drawing him, so that tends to happen. That's pretty natural. Pretty natural to want to change up your characters as you kind of learn them, and especially like as I said, I haven't really done any lore with him yet, but as he develops as a character too, it'll be fun to like try and draw him as the personality develops too, right? Because he could be completely different than I expected him to be, especially because there's so many other people with input. That's the great part of this, is it's not just me trying to develop a character. It's a group of people. It's a community, which makes it really fun. It's not just my character. They could all become things that I would never even have imagined. Just like the game has, honestly. The game is so much more than I ever could have even thought of on my own. Where are we at here? 58 minutes. Well, let's try and push through and get this line art tidied up here, and then I'll end it for tonight. We're almost done here. And just a little tiny warm up. Felt good to draw though. Feels really nice to draw. Definitely can tell I'm rusty, but that's okay. I try and draw a little bit more in the next little bit. That should go away. Alright. Let's try to scope out where I'm at here. Okay. I liked his belt. That was one thing that I designed. I'm not gonna draw all the detail on it tonight, but I actually did a lot of detail on his belt. Um, Kind of representative of Tetraforce in general. There's a lot of like little nods to the Tetraforce, like his helmet being an upside down triangle. Um, just the upside down triangle in general is all over the place, which is fun. I like having those sort of details in place. So I don't think I can actually, with the draw tool, I can't really pick. So if I wanted to draw a perfect circle with this pencil brush, I have to look and see how I do that, because it's not just pick a brush. So we're going to get a very not perfect circle. Try and make it as good as possible. Yeah, look at that. It's an upside down Easter egg. That's okay. Again, I won't bother drawing the details tonight. We're almost there, guys. Almost got the line art. Oops. Alright, let's zoom out. Take a quick look. Forgot I was rotated again. Zoom out. Turn off that layer. Let's fix this arm a little bit. It's supposed to be foreshortened a little bit because it's going off in the distance, but that's too much. It looked kind of silly. Even that looks silly. Yeah, wrong brush. How do you muscle draw? Okay, there we go. And there you have it. Not the most proportionate thing in the world, but a sketch nonetheless. Huge hand, a little bit weird ass shoulder going on there. Well, it needs cleaning up, but overall, as I said, just a warm up tonight. Wanted to try streaming for the first time on my own, so maybe I'll try tidying this guy up, coloring him on another stream. But anyways, let me know what you think. I really appreciate everyone who stopped by real quick tonight. Let me know what you'd like to see, if you would like to see more drawing, or if you're more interested in pixel art. That goes a long ways and helps me figure out what I want to do. But definitely, if you're interested in Tetraforce, go check out our website, join our Discord, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for coming over tonight. I'll see you soon.